they silenced us all. The bombs lit the sky, turned the world to ash. Civilization crumbled in a fiery crash. Oh, the hell on earth, it came to stay, where the west turned dark and the dead still play. In the shadow of the reckoner's mind, we fight for the dawn, but we live in the night. The spirits, they whisper, and fear was their song. Fed by our terror, they grew strong. Machines of war spoke their fiery tongues, and the last of the West was left undone. Oh, the hell on earth, it came to stay, where the west turned dark and the dead still play. In the shadow of the reckoner's mind, we fight for the dawn, but we live in the night. The junkers build with scraps and dreams, while Templars roam with justice unseen. Psychers and Doomsayers call on the storm. The wasted west is where legends are born. Under a blood moon, in a ghost town square, the echoes of the reckoners linger there. We ride for survival, for hope, for law, but the West ain't free, it's bound to war. Oh, the hell on earth, it came to stay, where the west turned dark and the dead still play. In the shadow of the reckoner's mind, but we fight for the dawn, but we live in the night. So saddle up, wanderer, keep your hand near your gone. In the wasted west, there's nowhere to run. The reckoners watch as the old world burns, and the wheel of fate forever turns.
jinx for you, Dazwalk. You shouldn't bother with them at all.
Well, I haven't got any at the moment, so that's okay. Righty ho. Yes. So, no, you couldn't actually get the. I had to buy the GM PDF version of the Hell on Earth GMs file to get them.
Weren't we heading to the Lone Star State?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
after
were.
I
On the
had examined-
I-35.
You're
after
probably
examining
somewhere about
that
there.
map,
Mm-hmm.
what's
So
So
they-
we're looking for a
I-35?
speedway, Berry Hill Speedway or something?
Well, we'll go over that bit anyway. So it makes well. So that map is on the inside cover, front and back of the Hell on Earth companion book. Not in the PDF version of the book. And eventually, after much hunting for it, I found out the only way to get a digital PDF version of that map is to buy the Hell on Earth GM's guide, because it's one of the inserts you can put in there. Savage World.
Mm-hmm.
I had to buy that just to get this map. But anyway, yes. So I do believe you are, as we say, just crossing the border when this adventure starts, which is good stuff. Pings in the background, is that? Right, okie dokie. So, yes, I say the cracked lanes of the I-35 stretch ahead like the bones of a fallen giant. Heat waves on the horizon like smoke from a forgotten fire. Off to the east, a slumped ruin crowned with rusting signage flickers into view. And I know I'm slightly repeating. It's a good way to be started. And it's a sign that basically it says it's Berry Hill Speedway. And as I say, that's meant to be a whisper, but it didn't actually go there. But anyway, glancing at your map, Tabitha, you read the notes scribbled upon it. Apparently, according to your map, it says this is one of the old staging zones, a mid-war refueling point.
Does that mean we might be able to find some spook juice here, you think?
That's kind of the hope. I mean, there's a chance it's been stripped out long since, but if we're gonna find anywhere, this would be as good a place as any.
Hell, if we can find a loaf of stale bread, Sully can have a drink.
What?
Nothing, Sully.
What?
Nothing, Sully.
Jojo might have more to say on it, but he didn't last time I sent him. I don't know if he will this week either.
I mean, I can't believe they'd have given me this map as a gift if there wasn't some value to it.
Who knows? Okay, so heading towards it. Basically, it seems to be. It seems to be.
Jojo.
Muted.
No, I don't think it's you. I think it's him.
It says it shows him talking, but nothing's coming
Yeah,
through.
but we're not hearing him.
Yeah. Anyway, so it would appear that obviously it seems to be based on the artwork I've got, is that it's surrounded by hills. So I'm going to have to say you crest the hill, then you look down and you can see is left of Berry Hill Speedway.
Well, looks abandoned enough.
Yeah, don't trust your eyes around here.
Well, no. I've seen things like that move in the past. Y'all ever heard of a lurker?
Look that one up.
Because we're sitting here, I pull off to the side of the road on the hill and start comparing my map to what I'm seeing below to line them up with what might be what.
Well, on the map, it's literally just because of the distances involved on the map. You basically have to. This Berry Hill Speedway is just south of the border. It's the fact you're about here. And that then goes on to show Dallas and Fort Worth. It then continues southwards past south of Keene, apparently, is the final destination according to your map. Obviously, an attempt to disconnect, reconnect, and hopefully get his voice working.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my sound working.
Yeah, sound works.
We got you now. 5 by
What-
5.
Yeah,
What
problem
time?
with
What time
Oh,
of day? Are we at? Etc. Etc. Etc.
Probably mid-morning.
any signs of life moving?
No, not at all, no. Let me see then what. So you've obviously got. Looks like at some point in the past, there seems to be a number of structures in the back there that has what looks like the remains of a wall around it. There does appear to be a gap there. Then the central tower that was probably part of the original speedway. It seems to be in a state of distress. You could see around the edge of it that where bits of the walkway that people would have used to climb up to the top of the tower remain, but there doesn't appear to be any way to get to the top of the tower. However, on the very top, you can't really see it there, but where you are, you can see is a helipad.
Well, that I can make use of.
Yeah.
As long as the tower itself is sturdy enough to hold you.
Yeah, but he's in a hovercraft, so if it starts creaking and acting weird, he can hover right back up.
Hmm.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's an auto gyro, not a hovercraft. There's no skirt round it.
Well, whatever. I mean, one flying vehicle is just the same as any other flying vehicle. That big area with the wall around it, that probably was the pit area when this was a working track.
Anybody with
Yeah.
the repair skill can make a notice check while staring at the helipad. Should have made it a repair check rather than a notice check, but that's fine. It's more about your knowledge of if you actually got the notice repair skill, you notice you know what to look for. So well, there we are. So it's normal Steve, Jojo, and Tabitha all capable. As you look at it, the helipad hangs a bit precariously, held by rebar and a prayer. You think it should be okay, Steve? With your raise, you're fairly confident it should be okay, as long as the landing isn't botched. And hit it too hard, and it could be all come crashing down. But it probably
There's
will. It probably wouldn't
a
hold
more
a
stable
helicopter,
place
but it
to
probably
land.
will hold an auto gyro. Sorry, I was talking at the center. Sorry.
Apologies. There's probably a more stable place to land.
I mean, you can probably land up there, Jojo, but be careful.
Well, how about if we hang back? Jojo goes in as if he's going to land, gets a sense of whether it's stable or not. Because, like I said, if he touches down, he can just gyro right the hell back up.
Well, if the tower falls down, he botched it.
Exactly, and the thing is that if he's coming flying in, if there is anything or anyone down there, they're gonna see him and not be paying attention for us so much.
That, or I could simply airlift somebody in there and set them on the roof without actually landing.
I volunteer Tabby.
I gotta drive. Thanks anyway.
I mean, obviously, there's these other buildings over there and over there.
The first
Obviously,
ones
can be
that you
explored.
did, that's what
That's
I
how you
said.
come in there.
I think that was that at the time was in the day was probably the pit area. which is where if there's fuel storage tanks, that would make that the most likely zone for that too.
That's probably the pit area. That looks more fortified.
More fortified.
Well,
Well, that's probably where it was.
if this was fortified, they could have easily fortified the pit area because the pit area is walled
Mm-hmm.
to keep
Yes,
out.
Bob.
Oh yeah,
nuisance.
yeah. I mean, if you look, I mean, yes, there does appear to be a wall around the pit area. It's just that whole that walled section over there has a distinct more sort of military use to it than the rest of it, and the fact it seems to be built on a section of the racetrack as well. You know what I mean? So you get obviously, and as I say, the tower appears. It has some very interesting dishes up top there that you really probably don't think were used back in the day, even if it was beaming television, broadcasts out. So there seems to be some impressive bits of kit up there.
Almost military quality communications.
Looks like it, yes. Which
All
would
right,
go in
folks,
which would go hand in hand with what they told you back at Challenger's Block, Jojo.
Yeah, an old military storage base. How about I do a little recon flight, people, and I can give you a bit more of a detailed overview. And I have a room for a shotgunner if somebody wants to fly along with me.
Well, I don't have a shotgun, so it shouldn't.
It's an expression, not necessarily the weapon.
Well, I
Too
like
high.
if somebody wants to, just keep an eye on the van because I have my nice new sniper rifle. If I'm riding along, if anybody is a problem, that's probably a good. Of course, you guys all do some pretty weird ass stuff from a distance anyway, so.
I'll keep my feet nice and firmly on the ground. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you'd be welcome with that sniper rifle. It's certainly it's one of the reasons why I was carrying one for a while.
Well, then I'll tell you what. I will park the van over here undercover and ride along with you so that you've got somebody to act as your
Very all
gunner.
beddies are so tasty, says Joe Rama. Yes, indeed they are. I shall give them beddies accordingly.
Joe,
I totally misheard that, and now I got yakety sax running through my head.
Abby, you want me to mind link with you so that you can let us know what you see? Hurry if you need.
Sure, that would work. Because well, like I said, if any of you need to take cover, the van is armored. I'll leave it unlocked for you. Don't let anybody steal it.
And I'm going to presume a piloting role. Doss?
Yeah, give us a chance. I'm still sort of putting everyone back in their vehicles. Just realised you need to be back in your vehicles. You're driving again. Okay, so Scott. Scott getting around. Has he got his own vehicle? Oh, he's got the motorbike and sidecar, hasn't
Yeah. Scott's got his motorcycle now.
he? Yeah. Ooh, that caused some interesting console errors.
I've paid for the extra range so that the helicopter moving isn't going to be an issue.
No problem.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that gave me some really interesting console errors there. Seems to be okay. Okay, that's probably what the problem is. Let's get rid of Scott's dirt bike. Open up Scott's dirt bike. Go to the combat tab.
Everybody here except for Steve has their own vehicle.
Scott is driving.
Steve can't drive.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's dog meat riding with?
Me.
But you're
The
riding
sidecar.
with Sully, and Sully only has room for 2 on the hover bike. Is that not correct?
Well, I guess I can't be on the hover bike. All that I'm gonna have to be Tabitha just to keep Darkmeat okay. Oh
And
no.
Tabitha's going in the auto gyro, so you'll have
Well,
to drive.
he can't drive it, but he can take cover in the because the minivan is armored. So while we're doing recon, if he wants covered shelter, him and Dogmeat can hang out in the van.
Yeah.
See if I can put
And
this
I tossed
around.
him the keys, and you could always learn. Some of us are entirely self-taught.
Script execution error. Manager combat 2. Database node mismatch.
When Tabitha says that, Steve is going to give her a look and say, that would explain an awful lot.
Wish I'd heard that. I was too busy trying to work out what. Okay.
When Tabitha says that some people were entirely self-taught as far as driving is concerned,
All right.
Steve gives her a look and says, that would explain an awful lot.
So, are you just waiting at? You're waiting at? Are you just waiting outside, or are you going to wander in?
I'm going to wait next to the armored truck. I'm not going to. I'll
Okay.
have the keys, but I'm not going to get in it. Though Dogmeat will be inside
Sully's on
with
the
the
Sully's on
window
the
wound
hoverbike,
down,
Scott and-
head stuck out of the window.
Okay, that's all good. Righty ho. Now I do believe that was just the Sonics. Hopefully I targeted him. Oh no, I hadn't got around to targeting him. I did target everyone. Why did it clear them all off?
Because you moved us into vehicles.
Mm.
That shouldn't have affected the targeting Sully was doing. In there. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
only
4,
targeted
5,
Tabitha.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be 7. So who's missing? Oh, you haven't.
Sully only targeted Tabitha.
Were you only? Were you only linking to Tabitha? I thought you were linking everyone. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm her eyes in the sky right now.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yes.
Then. Ignore me. I didn't realise it was only Tabitha you were doing. That
Because I
explains-
dropped it on the person I was paying for.
So yeah. 5 miles, 30. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Sorting everything out. Okay. Oh, that's a bit. Sorry, I thought it had done something, but it didn't. Well, at least I know. And go there. Okay, that's on. So that's good. And then I just need. Okie dokie. And then all I need to do is.
Anybody actually have a radio?
You've all got CBs.
We
You've
still
got,
have CBs, do we not, from our run down the Kokan?
yes, you do.
Yep.
Yeah, in
That's
the
useful then.
vehicles.
Yes.
So that's a good backup if we have to split up then.
Yeah.
No.
The jar was also equipped with one.
That's what I kind of assumed. Can't imagine him having a gyro and not having a radio attack.
Well, the gyro was escorting you every step of the way through the.
Yeah, he was on the run from
Oh, the
Kokan,
Kokan run.
don't you remember?
Right. We had them when we did the Kokan run.
I have
It's
to
the
admit
player
that
that
was.
forgot, not the character.
He was the reason he was the reason we didn't lose Ransom and Micah earlier in the run because he shot down the helicopter that Ransom was going to steal her away with.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, sorry, this one takes a little while to set up. You'll get it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as you all drive in, leaving Dog Meat and Normal Steve and the other truck, and and Tabitha's vehicle outside. So as you all drive in, the auto gyros overhead. Second you enter the area, you notice that a number of dots swarm up out of the fortified area and come speeding towards you. As they get a bit closer, you realise they appear to be. Well, hang on, I've got a description of them somewhere. Here we go.
Oh boy, that can't be good.
Oh no, I don't.
I'm guessing they're drones.
They seem to be metal ball. I don't have a nice description. I thought I had, but they appear to be the easiest, probably easy. So they seem to be metal balls with a sort of counterweight below. They seem to be powered by rotaries at the top. In the middle is a bright red eye, and they seem to have a buzzsaw and a 10mm gun on them.
Phantasmagoria.
That doesn't sound friendly.
Mm-mm.
And there we go. We've got ourselves an interesting dogfight. With aerial drones, they swarm towards the vehicles, and others swarm towards the auto gyro, and the rest. Sorry, just notice these are all one. These are all one row too low. Adjust. A lot of them seem to be sort of defending the area above the tower.
I don't like the look of those things, Dark Meat.
Hello, Mr. Rowe. How are you? Right. Let's see how it goes.
Evening out.
Looks like Cinder's going first. With the Joker.
Cinda will use her new hour and grant Warrior's gift to everybody, and we will give everyone, which the one is it that gives stable platform?
Ooh, okay. There is definitely something very broken about that motorcycle and
Stable
sidecar combination. It's giving me all
Everybody
sorts of
gets steady
consolation.
hand.
Hold up. Just, there we go. That clears that off. I assume you're not giving that to normal Steve and Dog Meat, so it's only I make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. Go for it. Oh, that Joker bonus came in and saved the day.
It sure did.
Okie dokie. So, Warriors gift was successful. The recipient gains the benefits of combat edge chosen by the caster. The caster, not the recipient, must have the same rank or higher as the edge. That's fine. With a raise, you gain the improved. Unfortunately, you didn't get the. Okay. Warrior's gift. You've all got steady hands, so we don't need to worry about don't need to turn on a global unstable platform, because that's the great thing about this one. Right. So I was about to turn on, but now you gave everyone steady hands. That's all good. Now, sounds like it could be tricky. Let the bennies flow, says Mr. Have some more.
I believe Micah already has steady hands. Oh no, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's a nice automatic one. I should have just applied it. And I still can't get used to this fact that all the powers are most of the powers are now automated. I keep forgetting, but that's okay. So, you wish to, for the record, this isn't this isn't necessarily altitude. It's just a dogfight, as it were. But, so you can go anywhere you want to. If you want to, being a chaser or dogfight, as it were, you can make driving rolls if you wish to change squares. So you as a free action. So if you want to, if you're quite happy staying on the Queen of Diamonds where you are, that's absolutely fine, Sid. But if you want to change squares, you can do so with a driving roll if you want.
I think I'll stay put
Okie dokie.
and get out and man the gun.
Okie dokie. This defense drone is going to come down to here. Use the buzzsaw on the auto gyro. Does an auto gyro have a parry?
2.
Must be using the parry of the driver. No, parry 7, 5. Where did you get a parry 8 from? Oh well, not going to worry about it. I'm very confused. Thought about it. I would have actually used the 10mm gun on the auto. 2 hits. Oh dear, this might be a very short fight. Ow. I think I overstepped. Those are the only bloody gun. I'm going to downgrade those guns. They're too nasty. Does Jojo have the ace edge?
Yes, he does. So I can Benny that if I need to, or whatever is required.
You can ignore up to 2 points of penalties to any bolting piloting roll, and you may spend bennies to soak damage for any vehicle you control or command using the appropriate boating, driving, or piloting skill instead of vigor. So you can spend a benny and attempt to avoid taking 3 wounds to your auto gyro.
And that's for the piloting roll?
That would be a piloting roll.
What's this encumbered stuff?
I don't know. We can ignore that. That's still only a single success. So the auto gyro will still take 2 wounds.
You can Benny that and do it again if you want.
We will indeed. Oh, that's worse.
Okay. Well, you don't have to take the worst one unless you crit fail, unfortunately. So that would be a soak of 7. So that's 2 wounds, I'm afraid. Okay. Odds, Jojo, evens, Tabby. Odds it is. Toughness is 8, and the damage done was 14, so that will be 6 points of damage, which doesn't hurt Jojo. Armor protects. However, black smoke starts pouring out of the Pegasus.
Wonderful.
Normal Steve, you're sort of off the map, but
Unfortunately, he also needs to make an out of control roll.
He does. He does indeed. I forgot. Because he'd already done the soak. I forgot that was a dodge. So yes, you had to make another piloting roll as well. Oh, hang on. It's not adding on your handling.
That'll be because he rolled piloting rather than rolling the
On the vehicle,
piloting skill on the vehicle.
Which is absolutely fine, but it does mean the auto gyro only took 1 wound, not 2 wounds, because you did technically get a raise. You keep control. Yeah, the auto gyro only takes 1 wound. Normal Steve, you are off the map, but you can come on the map if you want to.
Right, and I've also got a complication, which probably means that Tabitha left the handbrake off and the thing starts rolling, so I'm going to have to do something about that. So I will make my manoeuvring roll at -2 as a free action, and since I'm a cripple, this is going to probably be a problem.
She probably pulled it up really, really far.
Oh no! Even with the -2, I've made it. So I leapt on it,
Yep.
and the handbrake was off, and it's rolled me closer as I pull the handbrake back on. I would like to actually cause one of the little puddles of water that are definitely around this place to mutate and turn into a little buddy. I'm going to summon a glob. Now, what's the range increment?
It's all. I'll put you on the Queen of Diamonds. No, actually,
Okay.
I'll put you on the King of Spades because that's sort of the middle of the three, isn't it? So you roll you on there. The range increments should all be programmed in, so you should be able to target whichever one you want.
Okay.
There should be 5 inches per square.
They're not. They're 15 inches square.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, it's a dog
Right.
fight.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I am going to extend the range a little bit. I'm going to extend the range a little bit, and I'm going to summon a bodyguard glob on the Ace of Diamonds, please.
Over here. Okay, go for it.
Yes. Who?
Happens when
So
you
that
get the
will
race.
cost me, which means it'll cost. Well, it means it becomes resilient, and it will cost me 1 fewer power point. Well. And Dogmeat is going to, because the car's rolling forward, just stick her head out the window and loll her tongue and be excited and sniff at things. And then the glob is going to leap into the air and try and splat down onto the high defense drone. Because it can leap 12 inches into the air.
I think that should work. Doesn't even matter if I can't spell resilient.
Yep.
That should work.
So the glob can make a pounce attack, boinging into the air to attack high defense drone number 5. Can you put a pounce onto the glob as well, please? Thank you.
Yep.
Well, that was appalling. It wasn't a critical fail, though. So this green goo kind of springs up into the air and gets neatly bisected by the spinning blade, and then recongeals as it drops back down to the ground.
Indeed.
Well, that went well, says Steve.
Jojo, you're up, sir.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and get shot by these silly things and do nothing about it. I'm going to see if I can attack drone number 6 here and shoot back.
Go for it.
Now, is there a special way I shoot the machine gun on my?
Yeah, what you really what I know when I said piloting, what I really should have told you to do was to open up the Pegasus, which I'll just share that there, because on the combat tab, you can see under pilot, there's your piloting skill as a D8 there, which will basically include the handling of the vehicle and the wounds. Also underneath mounted weapons, you can see the M60 fixed forward, so you can use that for your shooting rolls.
Okay, so which do you want, the shooting roll or the piloting roll?
Shooting roll. Piloting's a free action, so you can always move afterwards, but do the shooting. Oh! Interesting. I thought we'd done. I think I'd done the. Oh, I'd done the targeting. Oh, I probably did you targeting it, not the auto gyro targeting it.
Yeah, I was fumbling around.
No, it's okay. It's me. I forget. You got to target with the vehicle, not the player. Okay, so now you can use the damage roll. I'm not going to because it shouldn't really be hand to hand, but I'm not going to worry because it's still. Look at that, 4 wounds on the drone. It's going down. You shoot down the first of the Hellstrom Industries defense drones. Sold under military contract.
So does Tabby also get a shot from the back seat?
Yes, I do.
Tabby gets Tabby gets to take a shot on her turn.
How close is drone 7 to us? I've got 2 different weapons, and the distance matters.
Drone 7 is within 15 inches of you. It's going to come up as range 0, so.
Yeah, but the range, I don't want to use the sniper rifle on things that are too close, is what I'm getting at. But
you probably don't want to use the sniper rifle against this one then, because it's sort of literally it's literally chasing you, trying to cut you up with a buzzsaw. That's a hit.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, nasty little thing.
That's what they look like.
Is that explosives on the bottom?
It's the fuel tanks.
So kind of.
Sort of.
That's a yes.
Sort of.
Oh! I forgot to do something when you shot that last one down. Okay, no, so go. Okay, and you've just done a wound on this one. Hey, it takes a wound. It's still flying, but it's taken a wound.
Oh, let me guess, it's calling for help.
How
That
far
brings us
away
to
is the
Sully.
closest-
Sorry?
How far away is the closest one to?
Each square's 15 inches.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any vertical difference.
There is no vertical difference. It's because it's all abstract in a dogfight. The idea is, the logic I'm using is, you guys are probably racing round the track. You know what I mean? The drones are chasing you from above. You've got the auto gyro flying around. It's just meant to be, just picture it as absolute cool carnage, sort of worthy of a Mad Max movie. And don't forget,
Obviously,
you can always
whizzing around too fast. I've missed it.
Obviously, and don't forget all of you can always make a piloting or driving roll to change squares on your vehicle, so you can adjust ranges, because if they're in the same square as you, they can hit you with the buzzsaws, or if they're at longer range, they can shoot you. The buzzsaws probably do less damage than the guns, so there's something somebody said sometimes probably to hitting into melee
Is it too
range.
late for me to decide to do that?
No, you can act and then move, or move and then act.
There's a driving roll to move squares then.
Okay, you can move up to 2 squares. Don't forget, you can't go diagonally on a chase. It's all orthogonal only. So you can
What's
just move
that green blob? Oh, bodyguard. Okay, fine.
So you can just move yourself 2 squares, or one up to 2 squares. So if you want to stop there, you can. If you want to keep whizzing up to the Queen of Spades,
Yeah,
you
I'll
can.
stop there. I'll just move up 1 square.
I'll move your hover bike up as well. There you go.
Thank you, most kind.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
with the what's it?
Basically, you were chasing it down, trying to bolt it. Although it evades the bolt. Although it evades the bolt, unfortunately, it's hit a complication. So obviously, what's going to happen is there seems to be that very low bridge there that it's obviously flying around. May well hit that. Nope,
So
not
it
on a
dodged
success.
me, but not so much the bridge. Like
It
that.
dodged both of you. I'm afraid it dodged
well.
both of you. Oh, okay. Roll that. No, that does. That's okay. It suddenly sort of pans up in the air, does a sort of nice Immelman turn, comes back down with its buzzsaw armature, heading straight towards you. You duck. Okay. This one is. Oh, I need to roll. I must remember. It starts. Okay, the buzzsaw goes for the bodyguard. Does mean I didn't get to shoot anyone, so that's okay. Oh my god! On paper, that's less damage than the gun does, but that's quite scary. That's an awful lot of damage I just did there. On paper, the buzzsaw's meant to be less scary. It's also they're worse at melee than they are at shooting. Right?
Oh,
That's
I
the end of
guess
your
the
blob.
glob bodyguard just goes.
Obviously, as you say, he got caught by the blades, and as it's coming down, the buzzsaw just went slice, 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 and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Scott, you and Min Max and your dirt bike.
And I think we're actually going to operate in that order. I'm going to reach down and touch Min-Max, or
Okay.
touch Min-Max's weapon,
Yes.
and give it a little bit of extra armor piercing. Well, extra damage too, but we're going to do AP plus 4 on that just because. And applied to her.
Yeah. I think because she wasn't targeted, I don't think the smite.
Oh, I did forget to target her. Yeah,
So you're going to have to do a manual application spite. That's fine.
Didn't do it.
Why? I did it.
Oh, okay. But she also has AP plus 4 on that.
AP plus 4 equals 4 plus 4. There we go.
Okay, and then she is going to target. Doobie-doobie-doo. Target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why didn't you target 2? There we go. And go bang bang. We actually missed one.
It was medium range.
Oh, is it really that far away?
45 inches.
Didn't think anywhere that far. Well, range is 30 inches.
15 to that one, 30 to that one, 45 to those three.
Ah, okay. Don't get to count them. Okay, yeah, whatever. Fine. They
So
die.
you get to roll 4 damage dice.
Two, 3, 4. That'll work.
Okay, so let's kill that one. Okay. Kill that one. Let's waste a Benny on this one. Oh no, it wasn't wasted. Stopped it dying. And that one's shaken. Okay.
Okie doke. And now I will do my driving.
Okay.
Not that button, this button. Where's my... Right, inventory, vehicle, open.
Default -3. That's going to be fun. Someone might need to take the driving skill. I mean, you don't need it outside of combat if you're on your bike, but you know what I mean. If you're just going down the road and stuff. I'm afraid, obviously, with you trying to, obviously you've got the bike stuck in the mud, and it's just, you're whizzing round, but unfortunately you've got stuck in the mud there, or forced to turn back for some reason,
or something.
Get back living up to his name, huh?
Right. What we've got now, we've got a drone over here, so it's going to make a piloting roll, and it's not going to change squares. You have to stay there. I'm going to have it right, so I need to modify it. Okay. I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to shoot this other bike. Oh. Actually, yeah. Well, it misses. The gun doesn't jump. I forgot to roll the 1 first. That's my mistake. After I've rolled 2 1s anyway. This one is shaken. It is no longer shaken. Ooh, okay. Interesting. I rolled a 1. Okay. Okay. This drone over here, something emits, sort of seems to glitch and lets out this screech that's very loud and would be very off-putting. Fortunately, no one's close enough to buy it. The same square. And then it's going to combat. I'm nobbling them. I've got to remember to nobble each one before I do the round. It really doesn't like. It really doesn't like Scott's dirt bike. It causes me. I'm going to have to rekey that. It's just causing console errors when I target it or do anything with it. Okay, Scott and Minmax and dirt bike are first, unless anyone else wants to move themselves up the combat tracker. Racing around with the drones chasing you, shooting up the place with tons of bullets. Chaos and carnage all round.
Let's see if I can. Got ahead of one more.
Okay, Scott will be focusing on driving, but we will do that after.
Yep.
That.
It's finding some useful hat sound effects to sort of get the theory.
Yeah, that all works. One of them survived.
There we got some sound effects now.
Boom.
Sounds a bit better for what's going on, I think. Should keep going every so often. There we go. One of them as well, even though it's meant to be mud. Right.
You know, I really have to say, it looks like Jojo and Tabby are flying on the ends of the blades for that.
It does, doesn't it? It does look like that, doesn't it?
They're wing walking.
And getting very dizzy.
I wonder what a bike engine check is. Let's find out. It's a one shot. Okay. I've got some pennies. Let's see if I can. There's another one gone. And then down here,
Another one bites the dust.
3 wounds. I'm going to spend pennies on what I've got. And I'll spend another penny on this one. Oh no. Yeah, I'll spend the last penny on this one. Oh my word, you're right. I shouldn't spend pennies, should I?
He told you they wouldn't do you any good.
There you go.
Okay, and now Scott will try to pull forward just a little bit. +2. Take our roll. Yeah, we're still just splashing around in the mud, apparently. Having fun, but splashing around in the mud.
Looks like it. I think that's
At
it's
least
a bit
with
good.
the sidecar, you're not going to dump it.
Indeed. It's another 2 wounds as more bullets slam into the Pegasus.
Oh no! Well, we'll have to soak that.
So, yep, make your piloting roll on the using the helicopter tab if you've got it. Otherwise, we can do it manually. I don't. It's okay. The fact you guys can skid on mud is very impressive. Do you want to spend another penny and try and soak again, or?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I had to click for that. Well, the piloting of the auto gyro, right?
Yeah. Take one of the wounds.
That's about the best I can do.
Okay, so you get to make another piloting roll. See if you go out of control. Which you will do. Oh, okay. The engine cuts out. You do get it back, but by that point, both you and Tabby are distracted.
What? Just because they were pretending they were rocks for a second?
Well, it's very much a case of, you know, probably engine splutters or oil everywhere and everything else, isn't it? Okay, let's roll a d6 and see what happens. Oh, that's a 1. That's annoying. Let's take them down. It's obviously getting away there. There's chaos and carnage. I think this that's close I get. Damn, it's a shame it's on the start of the turn before I should have had it move and then make the roll the 1 dice. That's well, you're already distracted, so that doesn't matter. Right, piloting. It's not going anywhere. Therefore, it's just going to shoot. Well, it's going to shoot the people that keep blowing them up. It misses. Sally, you're up.
Let's see if I can do any better this time. Try moving first.
You can move.
There's 4 enough to move cards?
Yep. All you need is success to move 1 card.
Okay then.
Seems reasonable.
Oh, come on. I'm going to try Benny in that this time. Oh, my dice really hate me, so never mind. I'm being silly ineffectual.
It's only 1 power point for being outranked for miscasting, so it's not as bad as. You know,
Oh, it's not about that. It's more my ego that's taken a bit of a hit. That's all.
Fair enough. Well, you are trying to. You are whizzing around, and every so often you have to basically every time you go to fire the bolt, you desperately have to avoid Scott, who's just doing wheel spins in the mud. That's the problem.
It's all Scott's fault. I see.
Okay, Jojo and Tabitha and Pegasus. The Pegasus. Huge amounts of black smoke trailing out the Pegasus now.
I'm distracted, so I'm going to remove my distraction by doing a sort of an ace repair roll to my vehicle here, and use the actual ace card to do it with.
Okie dokie. Well, you can't. Oh, hang on. You might be able to if you got MacGyver. Let's have a look. Not MacGyver, Mr. Fix-It. Mr. Fix-It adds 2 as a raise, half the time, obviously. Normally means in particular half the time. I think you can't necessarily repair the vehicle mid-thingy. Let's have a look.
I'd probably allow it with MacGyver, but not with Mr. Fix. With MacGyver, you could jury rig it for long enough to
Yeah, that's
negate
what I
the
was
penalty for the
thinking.
battle.
That's what I was thinking. You could jury rig something up. But you can use that ace card to move yourself 2 squares if you want as your piloting roll. Or you can have the card back and use that for soaking at one point.
Let's go for the soaking, please.
Well, that's then. Let me. Skills. Let's have a look. I don't know if they actually ever say how long a repair is. I'm going to assume unless there's anything else, unless I find something, we treat it like healing and it's a 10-minute jobbing. And as you say, if you've got the MacGyver edge, you can jury rig a temporary botch repair. So let me give you that card back for now. And what I suggest you do is save that for your next soak roll. Have it back. I'll give you a playback.
Okay, thank you.
Scott in the group, I find the fact that you use the word jobby quite...
The dirt track is kicking up soil everywhere. You even need to pick your teeth. Ahoy! When you picked your teeth, you found, what is this? It turns out to be a penny, says Joe Rama.
Huzzah!
Go.
Okay, so yeah, repairs are basically removing repairs to wounds take 10 minutes, just like they do for healing. So it's something you can't do out of combat. If you get the MacGyver edge, I think it's something I would let you do. You jury rig something up in the middle of combat that reduces the wound penalty for the fight, but you still need to do a proper repair later. But back to yourself now. So what you can do is you can shoot and then move, or move then shoot, or move and not shoot. It's up to you what you want to do, as you are the pilot, Joe.
And what's that distraction going to do to me?
It's only going to give you a -2 this round, but you've got the ace edge, which negates it.
Well, I just want to sort of reorientate myself towards number 9 there, so I'm going to bow towards it and just basically move to the other side of and rotate
yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I mean, the facing doesn't matter, but from a purely narrative, I like the idea of you moving across there. So there you go.
Alrighty, now we'll make a little shot at number 9 there and pray we can hit it.
That's right.
Now, is this where I should use an ace to hit that with?
You
That
could
ace
use
card?
you could use the ace to hit it with a raise if you want to.
Well, I think that's a good use of that card.
Go for it.
So we'll replay that one.
Yep.
And grab the helicopter and use its weapon.
Indeed. The strength penalty should the strength penalty shouldn't matter. It's a vehicle mounted weapon. I don't know how we do that one here. But the easiest thing to do would be to edit. The easiest thing to do to get around the strength penalty would be to edit the vehicle mounted weapon and set it down to only needing a D4 strength. And when you do the damage, 2 + 2 + 1. So you would have shaken it. I don't even need to change the damage there because you rolled a 2, and the wild die. Oh, I forgot the wild. Yeah, and then the wild die would have been a 2 as well. So you could shake it, or you can spend a penny and re-roll if you want to.
No, I'll be happy to shake it.
It's shaken, and that brings us to Tabitha.
And I'm distracted or not, these things are trying to knock us out of the air, which I'd rather not happen. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm not that distracted to not know this thing is trying to knock us out of the air.
Ooh, look at that shot.
Yeah, so much for distracted.
You opened fire with your Tokarev machine pistol. 3 wounds. Well, that's the end of that one.
Oh, a nice spray and pray.
Oh. As it goes down in a whole burning, cascading crash of metal. Normal Steve, you're up, sir.
Okay, so normal Steve is going to try to get himself kind of in the middle of the track. Of course, he's got to wait till all the cars have gone past and look both ways before crossing, because that's what you do in these kind of places, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that! He manages it too.
You can move 1 square.
I shall move to there.
Dogmeat technically has to do the same thing.
Yes. Well, Dogmeat doesn't have to come with me, but we'll see if Dogmeat manages to get across as well. Yes, Dogmeat does.
There we go. Dogmeat bounces across the road, and Scott starts spinning, spraying mud everywhere.
And then, as normal Steve gets kind of into the middle, he's going to wait till the last drone kind of dips and zips round, and he's got a clear shot. And then a bolt of green energy zips out of Steve's hands. Is it going to do anything?
30-inch range.
Yeah. We're going to have to up the range with that. It will be in range because I'll spend an
Of course,
PowerPoint.
no, yeah, that's okay. I've learned to ignore out of range messages with powers.
Right. B.
Oh my word!
Zap!
Either suck or we're extraordinary, one or the other.
The vaporized. Well, they weren't very friendly.
As the last one explodes and okay, now spewing black smoke and everything else. You get to land. You get to make your piloting roll to land on the radio tower. The rest of you obviously maneuvering around, no problem at all. I'll just pop you all on the map like that. You can. I will unlock map because you can move freely. Yep. So the auto gyro successfully lands on top of the tower. Tabby's up on the tower along with Jojo. It should be said, much as I'm was sort of teasing Scott for his doing donuts on the bike and not really getting anywhere, it was good enough to stop the drones hitting him.
Yeah, the only thing that took damage was the gyrocopter.
Yeah, well, that was just really unfortunate. So I'm just gonna. There we go. Oops, we'll just randomly put everyone on the map in interesting places just for the sake of fun. Okie dokie. Right. Okay, so landing on the tower. The first thing. Okay, so you land on. You basically it's a successful landing, even with the damage. With the damaged auto gyro, you land on the tower. You turn off the engines. You walk down. There's a walkway round down, and that gets you into the control tower. The place is in a. Oh, I really didn't describe this area. Yeah, this place is in a. Okay, sorry, I was reading something because I couldn't remember what I said. The place is obviously been. It basically very much neglected. Looks like it hasn't been touched for quite a long time. And obviously the probably because up until now no one's been able to fly up here easily, or everyone else has fallen foul of the drones that you took out. But there seems to be all sorts of scrap and basically charts and everything dotted around the place. There's in the center of the tower. There's a TV screen with a flashing green cursor on it, and there seems to be all sorts of bits and bobs all around the place.
Well, as a scrounger, my natural instinct is I'm going to be looking for whatever I can recover.
Okie dokie. Make a notice check.
I'm going to
Do I
support
get a
her.
plus on that with the scrounger?
Whatever bonuses Scrounger gets you, obviously, yes.
I can support her on that, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I get a +2 anyway.
Jojo makes it a +3. Okay, an awful lot of the stuff there's an awful lot of stuff up here. Unfortunately, most of it appears to be broken or degraded with age and beyond use. However, in one corner you do find what appears to be a prototype supercharger. It appears to be it's attached to an ancient repair drone. The drone itself is beyond repair, but the supercharger seems to be in very good nick, and it probably could be fitted to the auto gyro.
It's an ironic.
I show this to Jojo. It's like, hey, it looks like we got just what you needed.
Well, I think I'll like to roll a repair roll to safely extract it from whatever it's on, so we can install it on something else later.
Certainly. Also, while you're doing that, Tabitha, as you're moving around the tower, you notice there's a map overlay, and it sort of shows locations of pre-war fuel caches. A lot of them seem to have red crosses through them, as if they were used up or damaged, or been used up. But you notice that south of Waco, apparently, there's signs that there may be a very large fuel cache down there. It's not been crossed out on the map. Who across the map, you don't know, but it does. You do find evidence of that. Meanwhile, back on the ground, what are the rest of you doing?
When you do your repair roll, Jojo, I have repair as well. I'll support you in that.
We'll explore one of
All
those
right, let's get
buildings up
that
ahead.
done.
Be my guest. I didn't realise I hadn't unlocked you on the. I thought I'd unlocked you on the combat track. You should be able to move freely now. So you could go where you like.
You're gonna need to region. I'll do this myself.
Okay, Sully. Yes. So basically, as I say, what appears to be a military compound. The gate. There is a fortified gate here, but even as you can see there, it seems to be down. Getting inside, it is in a bad state of affairs. But what you do see is a large building marked fuel store.
Steve's going to keep an eye out for any more drones or defenses or things that might jump at.
If there's any
I'm going to
fuel
go and
stored in-
collect any of the drones that didn't blow up or catch fire or whatever. And
They all
how
seem
big
to
are,
be
how heavy are they?
they all seem to be highly explosive. I mean, must admit, because none of them were in. Basically, whenever a drone takes a wound, I forgot to make the rolls because you can take them out of the sky so fast. I have, even if you just wound them I had to roll a dice to see if they spontaneously exploded. If they are destroyed, unfortunately, that fuel tank down below was ridiculously badly designed. Hellstrom Industries cut corners, so I'm afraid they did all sort of explode in very impressive fireballs.
Okay, so there are no, there are nothing but bits left.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Looks like Scott and Min-Max are over at the. Well, I don't think they're called beaches at a raceway, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. That's what they look like to me. Stands, yes, they'd be stands rather than beaches, wouldn't they? But, yep, and yes, indeed, there is there are what looks like the pit. There's the door to the fuel store. Looks very secure, and there seems to be a small square that's flashing red.
Here's the radio. Guys, I'm at the fuel store. There's a secure door and a red flashing thing. Not sure if that means anything. It would trigger something or something to go bad, but we should know.
Maybe look up in the control room and see if there is a on-off button for that up there.
These your mind links, so you can all talk to each other.
No, I still only paid for the mind link to Tabitha.
Of course you did. Ignore me. I keep forgetting that.
Say anything.
I
No,
already communicated that we landed up.
Gee,
here
Well, we've got our
safely.
walkie-talkies,
you
guys.
got the walkie-talkies. So,
The
in
CD,
all fairness, to Sully, he did say they were using the radio. Good. And sorry, Tab, if I was talking over you, you're up in the tower.
Yeah, it's just I've communicated to the rest of them that we were up here and we found what he needed to repair the gyrocopter, and we'll be working on.
She's upgrade the gyrocopter, but yeah. I wasn't expecting to take damage. As I say, up in the tower, other than the map, and obviously Jojo's got the supercharger, which once he fits that to the auto gyro, will increase top speed of the Pegasus. As I say, the only other thing of interest up in the tower, as I say, is that small beige computer screen with a flashing green square in the top left corner.
Yeah, take a look at that. Maybe it's the controller for the door over there.
Indeed, as moving aside dusty pieces of paper and other crap, you find a beige faded keyboard underneath all the crap.
Okay,
Think we're on a
Common Knowledge
BBC
of Science
computer.
to look it over.
But now it's more like an old dumb wise, a dumb terminal, like an old digital terminal or wise terminal.
CRT.
Pressing one of the keys, the screen pops up, saying Berry Hill, Hellstrom Industries, Berry Hill Speedway, secure facility access code required. Does anyone have hacking or electronics?
I don't.
I don't.
I was never really good with computers. I did like reading and stuff.
In that case, you'll probably need to try and do something clever down on the door to the fuel store itself and hotwire it. Got access to the terminal.
Well, I could try
Not
to use
exactly
my
my
science
skill set.
to remember some old computer programming tricks back pre-war, but I was never good with it.
You on here good at hot wiring or cross wiring or
I'd be
breaking
much better at
electronic
that.
lock things?
You want to get through the door?
Oh, we came here to look at the pretty flashing red light. It's fine. You can leave it.
Oh,
Closed.
no need to be. I can deal with it.
Great. Come over here.
Normal Steve is going to use the sculpt power from elemental manipulation. Because Doomsayers can use sculpt to change any inanimate substance into something as malleable as clay and then alter the shape to some degree. So normal Steve will just kind of put his hand on the door and then start pushing it open like clay to make a hole in the middle of the door, as long as the power works.
Using elemental manipulation.
Yes.
He's used it in some really disturbing ways, and you don't remember he has that?
No, I'm just trying to think. He was talking about the sculpt, and I was typing.
Yes, because basically it's elemental manipulation, which is you can move things around and you can move earth, you can mold metal and what have you. So that the sculpt power in Deadlands Classic let you turn an inanimate substance into something as malleable as clay, but it takes quite a long time to move bits around and so on. So he kind of puts his hands on the door, and after a while he grabs it and pulls it apart. It takes him quite a long time to get through it, but
Yeah, I understand. That's all well and good. It's just an idea of wait for it.
and I made sure to send you all of these powers and get you to okay them before before the campaign and everything.
I don't recall the sculpt bit. Okay. I've just got classic. Not sure about that one, if I'm honest. I was just waiting on someone to read the whisper I sent to them, but they didn't respond. Quite depressing. Let's see if there's any nice indications on it. Systems. I have loads, but the idea of just walking up to any security. I know she's saying it takes time, but yeah, should put this on the side.
Cinda's gonna look for the concession stand. What used to be the concession stand? Because
Okay.
usually in most places like that, they'll have um, what's the word I'm looking for? Souvenirs and stuff like that, and there might even be some books or something like that on the history of the racetrack or anything like that. So I will check there to see if I can find any books.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm. What book's it in?
It's in the Doomsayer book.
Yeah, which I can't remember what that's called. Might be Waste Warriors.
Children of the Atom.
The only one I don't have.
They got it as a PDF. Like, we find it.
No, it's okay. It's just
Rocket
strikes
Pool.
me as a bit. It's. I don't know. I haven't got that one. I thought I'd had them. I thought I'd bought them all. Oh well.
Definitely have.
All good. Well, seeing as someone does ignoring the whisper, so it's your only way of getting in there, so I'll allow it.
It'll take a while, but
yeah, it's fine.
And it makes it very, very not pretty.
So all someone had to do was make a common knowledge check, and they'd remember in the old days people used to write passwords on pieces of paper. And then they'd know to look for one, but it doesn't matter.
There it is.
There you go. Sorry, but I was looking
Hey,
at
we got it.
I was
We
looking
got
at
it. You
that
spat your dummy
charger.
out.
Okay, I'll just press the wrong button there. Oh, yes, I was going to go to the party sheet. I got myself completely distracted. Inventory. Okie dokie. Right, well, it will take it in. It takes. It'll take. We'll just basically, fade out and fade back to the front, sort of 24 hours later, by which point you've sort of you've got through the door and you've offloaded 100 gallons of 110 gallons of spook juice. You're up to 120 gallons again, and you're ready to head on your way. Right.
And I let them know that I found and I actually made notes on it while I had the chance, that there looks like there might be another fuel dump down towards Waco, which isn't really that far. Well, by Texas standards, it's not that far.
So you reckon we should go there and grab some more spook juice? Okay.
Well, you got something better to be doing with your time right now, kiddo?
Oh, I thought you.
Not-
I thought
not
you were heading to your
particularly.
bunker. I thought we were heading to your bunker.
We can certainly go
Oh,
that way.
the bunker is different from the Waco stuff, so I guess, is it?
Yeah.
So the bunker is the Waco stuff, isn't it?
No.
All right. So which one is closer to us, the bunker or the Waco site?
Why's that not open? Ah, that's interesting. Why is that not? Maybe that's the bug. Sorry. Okay. Out swivel. Fix to sidecar. Okay. That's okay. That's all. The combat tab. Change that to
Bill
oil.
sent it.
And then we put the mounted weapon sword. Go to main tab. Go add axe. So two there. There. So go to that. Delete Scott's dirt bike. We add Scott's dirt. And go to Scott's dirt. So add. Yay, I didn't get console errors. Hooray! Right, let's fix the dirt bike. Sorry about that. Bugging me. Righty ho. Next thing's next.
Advantage to Waco. It's due south of us on 35.
Yeah, I was just about to look it up because I've forgotten about the Waco bit.
Waco's due south of Fort Worth on
Yeah.
35.
Fort Worth. Can't feel I could spell Fort Worth. Yeah, there's Fort Worth, and then you get down to Waco. Oh, good. Hillsboro's nice ways far south, which is good. Oh, good. Yeah, no, that works. Yep, Keen's there, and Waco's even further down. Way down. That's absolutely fine. It's all good stuff. Right. Sorry about that. Almost like I planned it. Who would have guessed? Okay, so that was that. Okay. Okay, as you continue down the I-35, you get your basically move down the I-35. You're getting closer. You're getting closer to Dallas. The I-35 splits. It splits into the 35 east, 35. As you roll south along the I-35, the air thickens, not with dust, but with something colder and stranger. The land grows quiet. No birds, no bugs, not even the wind dares disturb the vast, ruined stillness ahead. And on the horizon, you see it. The storm, a towering, roiling wall of spectral haze spiraling out 10 miles wide from ground zero at Acadia Park. It twists slowly like someone trying to wring clouds from the sky, lit from within by flickers of blue-green light. Lightning arcs downwards, not up. Shapes twist inside it. The highway itself is torn and heat-warped from within a few miles of the perimeter. The pavement melts into glassy runnels. Every sign, mile marker, and overpass is scorched bare, their metal frames humming low. Welcome to Dallas, you mutter to yourselves as the skeletal skyline looms into view, its towers now cracked and hollowed like the bones of titans.
Gee, well, that looks not really seeing the storm so close up, prop. Wow. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, they are kind of interesting, aren't they?
You are going to have to
You
take
feel kind of small.
Oh, see what fools these mortals be and what they have wrought.
Was that Oppenheimer or Shakespeare?
Ooh,
Don't know. Not sure. I think
I
it's
think that was Oppenspear.
Oh, okay.
like the Dysons.
Jojo has an old Queen song ringing through his head. Something about thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening.
Oh, that I've heard that one. It's got Beelzebub has a devil for a sideboard.
That is, yes, indeed. I was about to say that's the most famous misquote, isn't it? Beelzebub has a devil for a sideboard. I don't know how I missed that one.
Nasty business.
Righty ho. Anyway, so you're heading right. As I say, if you take the 35 east, then well, what's left of it will sort of take you straight towards the storm. Take the 35 west, you should be able to steer around it.
Waco. That takes you to Waco.
35 west will take you down towards Fort Worth and on way, and then south to Waco, as you say. Or you could head into downtown Dallas. I don't suggest you do that for them. Well, normal
No,
Steve
don't
might
do
want
that.
to.
I don't think
Downtown
I want to
Dallas
do
wasn't
that.
recommended before Judgment Day.
Right. Now there's a lot fewer people there, so it shouldn't be so bad, right?
Well,
Scott looks over at normal Steve,
Be my
nodding his
guest.
head.
I ain't.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I could
No,
get
I'm
sick and
definitely not.
die.
I gather none of you all have been inside one of the cities since Judgment Day.
I have. That's why I said I'm not going.
Well, I've been to Vegas. I mean, I spent quite a lot of time at Las Vegas.
Just don't go to Phoenix.
And Carson City and
Uh,
Virginia City.
Oh,
Them
there's
was
a
really
I
whole
good,
never
wasn't
list
it?
of
went
them.
in any of those. I never went in any, but I remember going by one pretty close, and I thought it was kind of interesting. My spirit buddy said that it might not be ready for going in there yet, but I thought it would have been fun.
I mean, we could check it out a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I'll sit here and wait for you, but I ain't going in there.
Just remind you something. The cities have got zoos, and the cities have all been radiated, and survival of the fittest in that situation can be scary.
There's,
That's
Well,
why I
yeah,
wouldn't go in there.
obviously.
if you ever been inside one, you ain't never gonna be in a hurry to go back.
You have that.
Don't get me wrong, there's some really good stuff to scavenge. Got the balls.
I have always going. I mean, they
I mean, you haven't. You ain't. I mean, I thought out of all of us, you would have.
well, not properly, no. This
So
just
Tabby's
kind of.
going, man, if you guys are serious, and she starts singing under her breath, "Riders on the Storm."
Oh, I remember that one.
I mean, all right. Please continue to talk amongst yourselves. I'm not. I'm thoroughly enjoying the role playing. So
I mean,
just-
you know, the glow's something you should embrace.
it's me time to sort this out.
It's the future. You know, I know you norms are. You know, it's gonna happen to everybody eventually. You don't want it to happen to you. I understand, but you gotta accept. Folks like me are the future.
Oh, easy come, easy go. I've got no problem with it. And I know I'm not mutated, but I don't think I'm close to normal.
Oh, who else wants
Like I
to?
said, if you guys want to go in, be my guests. I'll wait for you.
Look, Steve,
Either
if you
that
want to
or
go
I'll
in,
make
I'll
my
back
way
you up.
around and meet you on the other side. You let me know what
Okay,
you
well,
want to do.
maybe Scott and Sully and me can just go and check out the edge of it and be a great adventure.
I'm grateful.
Ha 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 ha!
They
Because
say
none of us
death
would be
is
mad enough to go into a ghost room.
Okay,
They say
storm.
death is a great adventure. I'd rather not check that out right yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lovely
if
stuff,
anybody
Lauren.
wants,
All right, fine. No, we'll go be the cowardly side, and we'll go this other way.
I'm not going to say. Not going to stop you going in if you want to go in.
I'm not a coward. I'm intelligent. It won't do me good.
It
It won't
depends.
do you
hey,
bad.
It really
I'm
depends.
there. I'll
Will
take
do
care of
me
you.
bad. It might
radiation
not
didn't
do
do
you
me
bad.
any
It'll
didn't
do
do
me
me any
bad.
harm.
It really depends on how many times you really want me to. Well, Yeah, it really depends on how many times I get to roll on the mutation table. Dallas has some great barbecue. Check out the neighborhood flavors, but bring your own bennies, says Joe Rama.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah, the chicken around here is amazing. It's got 8 wings.
Well, that sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? Just think of all the eating on an 8-winged chicken. Do they have more than 2 legs and all?
4.
Well,
They've got 4 legs, and I think that's the first time I've ever seen a bird with teeth.
Well, now you gotta remember that chickens
GM
are
hurriedly stats said chicken.
Have you played Chickens in the Mist? Because
no,
you
'cause
got-
No,
Yes,
chickens
yes,
are
I
the
have.
living. Chickens are the living.
Might be time to
descendants
run that again.
I'm running
Hello?
ETU at the moment. We haven't done chickens in the mist yet.
Okay,
Did
then
I
I'll
lose
shut up.
sound?
and I'm a player, so you might not want to.
No, no,
Did I lose sound?
no, no, no. Everyone's just talking
No,
really
no,
loudly
no,
over
we're
you.
just
trying to
talking
tell
over
you
you.
all that in all in the middle of this, you all realize that chickens are the living descendant of Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it wouldn't take much of a shift to throw them right back.
Them back again. Yes.
Well, it's not as straight a line as you're making it sound, but yeah, they are descendants.
When you look at some of the birds, you can tell they're dinosaurs, and you can tell they're looking at you going, if I were bigger.
If I ever had a phobia,
Yeah.
other than my actual real phobias, I could develop a phobia to chicken. I have a nightmare story about chickens when I was 2, and I don't want to talk about it.
I like chickens. Ostriches I find are a little bit more problematic, but
Chickens are mean. Chickens are mean, and then they're
Chickens
mean.
are very mean. And when chickens are jumping out of trees onto your head, you can kind of freak out a little bit. I should know, I've had it happen.
Well, be feeding when
Chickens
you're
eat
2
fruit.
years old, you're carrying a big metal bucket of corn out to the chickens, and they all come flocking at you, and you drop it on your feet. And all the grown-ups are standing on the porch laughing. Yeah, I hate chickens.
Is that
Sounds
why
like a
you're
funny
so
story to
angry
me.
all the time? 'Cause you dropped a bucket on your feet when you were a kid?
Only with chickens.
These chickens.
Okay, I'm just going to look up how bad.
Oh, there you go.
How,
Even worse would be if we see Chicken Man. Chicken Man. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Totally derailed Doswell's train of thought here.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to remember where the rules are for Ghost Rock Storms. Not pleasant.
Hell on Earth Reloaded, page 6.
Yeah, Ghost Storms.
65.
Going requires vigor rolls at -4. Failure gives the waster a level fatigue that fades after 1 hour. The victim rolls 1 on his trait die, he immediately gains a mutation and suffers 2d6 damage as he sprouts a third eye or a few extra fingers or worse. Snake eyes on the roll results in 3d6 damage and 2 mutations. Have fun with that.
No, thank you. I don't need the mutation.
You
Is
can
that
always
what the
come back
Dr.
another day.
Pepper helps with?
Yeah, like I said, it sounds like these guys are all a little scared of it, so I won't make any
Well,
of them go.
Like I said,
okay.
if you guys want to
It's
go
not
in, throw your
fear, it's
boots. I'll
respect.
just
That
wait
stuff
here
will
for
kill
you.
you.
I'm for it, you know. There's got to be some good salvaging.
If you guys want to go, like I said, go ahead. I'll wait here for you. Or meet you on the
Yeah,
other
but I don't
side.
want you to get attacked by bandits or something and then blame us because you got killed. So
How can I blame you if I'm dead?
Never
I
heard of
guess
the
you
Harrowed.
haven't visited the Spirit Lands before, huh?
Well, I talked to the spirits, but no, I haven't visited there yet.
It
Now,
doesn't
if
stay
you
as
had,
permanent here
you
as
would know how you could. If you had, you would know how you could hold us accountable for getting you killed.
It's my, it would be my choice. If you guys want to go in, go in. But I'm not going. Min Max and I'll stay here. We'll look after each other.
Well, I was sort of thinking of spending a little bit of time working on my helicopter, my gyrocopter here, and doing some other
That's not a
installs.
bad idea. If he's
Yeah.
working on the gyrocopter and guys want to stay and make sure that nobody sneaks up on him, the rest of us could go in and have a look. How's that sound?
You all
Sounds
don't
Put
good
up
to
the
want to
me.
have
radio to
another.
talk, so if you have a problem, you can give us a call.
I
Sure.
don't think any of their equipment's gonna make travel through that storm.
Oh, but my mind can.
I'm only taking my staff.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
have no problem. If you guys want to go in and go look and see what you can find, go for it.
You coming, dog
I'll
meat? Huff.
I'll stay here with Jojo and Min Max, and we'll keep an
Nope.
eye on the vehicles or whatever. And
Tabby, without explaining why, is not going back into one of them cities.
there you go.
Oh, and who's coming?
Yep. Me and dog meat are coming in. We'll have a look, see what we can find. We don't have to go too far in. Just really
So
see.
Sully, Scott, and Normal Steve are going in, and the rest of us are staying out.
Looks that way.
Okay.
Scott, if I'm riding
Sounds like a plan.
if I'm riding pillion with Sully and Min Max ain't going, can dog meat get into the sidecar?
Yeah, if Dark Meat wants to go, or Dog Meat, sorry, wants to go, he can
Dark meat.
ride sidecar.
What's that, dog meat? You want to wear Min Max's goggles? I don't know. She might not like it. Min Max, can dog meat wear your
But
goggles?
then they wouldn't be goggles; they'd be doggles.
That's such a great visual.
Snoopy.
Oh, that's a
Other
hate
one?
you.
There we are.
Looks like dog meat doesn't want to go in either.
A six-legged dog scared of that.
The thing is, though, if we see dog meat moving away from the ghost, that means that dog meat is actually getting closer to the ghost. That's right, dog meat. The closer you are to danger, the further you are from harm. Good girl. Let's do
She
it.
can stay with us if she wants, or she can go in with you guys.
You do what you want, girl.
Guess this is a job for them.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some good scavenging in there, too. Let's go check it out.
Hey. Have split party.
Let's face it, we're basically going in, doing the vigor roll, doing a bit of scavenging, and coming back while they fix the auto gyro.
That's very true.
That is pretty.
Bigger roll.
-4.
Yeah, but no, I'm thinking about it. Just checking.
It's fine.
Damn, I didn't roll a 1.
That is every hour, you know.
every hour that you're actually passing through the storm. Storm
Sorry.
only has a
Yeah, sorry.
limited amount of space.
Yes. Well, no, the storm is yes. As you go,
It doesn't
well, yeah,
cover the-
sorry, no,
Doesn't
sorry.
cover the whole of the
The
city.
storm is
No,
going.
it totally doesn't.
Walking through the storm. Sorry, will of course require you to make that check. However,
Yeah.
once you're inside the storm, every hour, oh no, every minute you get to make a bigger check for the radiation that's in there. According to radiation rules.
You're inside the storm, yes, but not when you've passed through the storm into the eye, which has not got that.
Well, no, the whole area is still irradiated from the ghost rock bombs. Don't forget.
I'm not forgetting, I've run loads.
I'm just reading up the radiation rules. I'll be
Yeah,
nice to
the
say
thing
it's
is-
low radiation, so every hour you spend in.
We can deal with the radiation quite easily.
I know. It would be full. It's only 17 years later, but ghost rock bombs were supposed to leave everything standing, so it would be low radiation. In fact, actually, no, they were designed to kill everyone and not, so there wouldn't be radiation at all, would there? It's just the storm
No.
shutting up, ignoring
Yeah.
me. Thank you.
It's about
Yeah.
it's about a
Just a
10,
storm.
10-foot wide wall of screaming souls. And
Yeah.
once you're through the other side, you're kind of okay.
It's a picture, isn't there, in the rule book?
Yeah. How the city's just left deserted. At least of normal people.
Oh no, it's just no. The pictures. Oh, and all the links are broken. It's just as the bomb. It's just a detonation. It's not the actual storm itself. The picture, isn't it? But just to give you an idea of what's in there. This is how the storm starts.
Ew.
That's what the storm is,
That's
basically.
lots of fun. Not.
Because that's the point. Is when the ghost rock bombs detonate. That's what happens to everyone inside the blast radius, and that's what's still whizzing around, isn't it? In the storm. Yeah, souls trapped in the
Yeah,
storm.
more green left.
Probably more green though. Yes. Anyway, right. So who's going and who isn't?
Looks like it's me,
Cinda
Stephen
is
Scott.
not going.
I'm staying and helping Jojo with the.
Repair.
Yes.
Wow,
And
that
I will
was
keep watch.
weird.
Min Max and I will keep watch and dog meat if she's staying or going.
Where did I say? Graham? Acadia
So
Park.
yeah,
didn't I?
there we go. Setting camp up, hiding vehicles. They're going to be gone for about an hour or so anyway, so that gives me a chance to do a few repair rolls on anything that needs repairing.
Indeed.
And there's a survival to find at least a semi decent place to
Okay,
protected place
let's
to
have
camp or
vigor.
whatever.
Let's have vigor checks at -4 for everybody who's going to step in through the Ghost Rock storm.
Want us to make a second one each?
Have you already done it?
Yes. And I took a point of fatigue for failing.
Me too. Wow, that's
Okay. Right, hold up.
Screaming.
Then. So I didn't realise you'd done the -4s already. That's okay. Hmm.
it's only on a 1 on the skill die that you actually get a mutation.
Great die, good point. It was this that is that's what Sully's rolled. That's why I'm rolling Sully's mutation.
I didn't roll a 1 on the skill die. The result was a 1 after the minus.
Yeah, the trait roll was a 5.
Sorry,
and the roll die
it was a
5.
5. Ignore me. Just try to scare people. Okie dokie.
Damn it.
I'm an evil git, that's all. What I'll have to do then.
Let's look around and see what we got here. Kind of strange. I mean, you hear them screaming when you're standing in it, and that's quiet.
Sorry. He's trying to sort stuff out
heard
while you've been
whisper.
talking, and I still ran out of time. Okay. What am I looking for? What am I looking for?
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Okay, I'm looking for Savage. Choose Tales of the West. Images.
Well, I suppose we could sing a song.
I think that would be worse, echoing around this empty place.
Well,
Share.
'Cause it might draw attention we don't.
uh-huh. Hey, look, that's an old strip mall. There's got to be something decent there.
Well, let's jig it out.
Hey!
Oh,
Is anyone?
if it's already stripped, would we find anything there?
No, a strip mall was called that because it was like along a strip, along a bit of road. Hey, look, there's a gumball machine, and it's not even smashed. Has anybody got an old dime?
Oh, why would I have a dime?
Well, if we ain't got a dime, we can't get the gumball. We could break it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So Sully, Scott, and
Steve.
went in, didn't you? Just 3 of you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dogmeat.
No, Dogmeat has apparently licked her own genitals in a non-self-conscious manner, got into the cockpit of the autogyro, spun around 3 times, and settled down to sleep.
Oh, fair enough. So did Bucky back. As you say,
I
it's
left
Bucky.
her there.
You said him backing away meant he was going closer, and I agreed with that.
Ah, well.
Okay. Life easier. That's all good. Right. So that's that done now. And, give you a mood image I've just created. What I'll be doing.
In
while
that
you've
case,
all been
I
chatting.
guess Dogmeat chased after us then as we went away, and I will make a bigger roll.
Dogmeat's fine.
Yeah, Dogmeat's like, I was mutated as it's fine.
Indeed.
Oh, woof.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you step through the very little sunlight. Very little sunlight passes through the fractures of the churning black and green clouds. Static charges ripple the air with ghostly whispers. In Sully's backpack. Sully might not even remember picking up the backpack. It could be picking up this item. It could be one of those things that was forgotten when facing with the war. But the Geiger counter in Sully's backpack screams before abruptly dying. The storm is a howling vortex of irradiated fog, psychic residue, and lingering anguish of the thousands atomized in a moment. Step through.
I feel like you said licorice anguish.
I probably did in my mispronunciation mangling of words. But anyway, right, yeah, that's all good. So, you want to do some scavenging, do you?
Yeah.
Definitely be in somewhere that hasn't, well, will be relatively. Okay, so
That's the idea of these places. You risk your life getting in to get the good.
Not so much your life as your sanity.
So it's unlikely to be picked over already. It won't be necessarily untouched because other people like yourself would come in.
Would Licorice Anguish be the Candyman from the Happiness Patrol?
When you decide the location scavenge of materials, each member of the party chooses to search and make notice rolls. Success, you find $2d6 worth of saleable bits. In addition, you may get a raise, in which case you draw a single card. Fine. Naturally, when the really good cash is loaded have been picked up 16 years since Judgment Day, your scroungers notice the body. So, large office. Well, did someone mention a strip mall or department store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
you get to make notice if you want to search it thoroughly. You get to make unmodified notice checks because it's -2. Because it's unlikely to be picked over already, but +2 because you did mention it, a strip mall. It takes 3d6 hours to search it thoroughly.
Well, I think they're trying to fix a auto gyro out there. We got plenty of time. Let's give it a good look over.
You're going to spend 9 hours. You're going to spend 9 hours in there searching it. But it doesn't matter, as we pointed out. It goes through all the storms. It's radiation.
Yeah, we'll spend the day in here. That's not a problem. Yeah.
You obviously you can spend bennies if you want to, because notice is a trait roll. If you get a raise, I get to draw a card on the scavenging table.
Well, since it's taking 9 hours, our fatigue only lasts for an hour. So does the fatigue apply for the roll?
Probably not.
Okay.
What fatigue? Oh, because of your fatigue goes away after rest, of course.
Still beat you.
So what did we get? So we've got Scott gets a raise, Steve gets a raise, and Sully gets a raise. Let's do Scott first. Scott found a spear. And
Scott found another spear.
Indeed. It was 2d. It was also 2d6. And other stuff wasn't. So $10 worth of gubbins and a spear, I'm afraid, Scott.
Hey, it's a sports store. Look, there's a javelin. Bet you could poke someone with that real good.
Yeah, I like the idea of being a javelin. Do you want a javelin, Scott?
Sure, I'll take a javelin.
Right.
Turn it into a lance and pretend you're a knight in shining armor on your bike.
Imagine the power of a javelin thrown from a bike.
Oh no, use it like a lance and go tilting with it.
Okay, so there's a javelin. It's a very well made one. It's carbon. It's a sort of really nice sort of carbon fiber javelin, so it weighs less. It's a very sharp point. Yeah. Basically weighs less than a normal spear, and I'm giving it AP. You did risk it. Oh, bloody hell.
Yes!
Normal Steve finds a Humvee.
Yes! Hey, guys, look! I think we should call Tabitha. I want to make her come in here and drive it out. It looks like it. I'll give it a quick check over.
Oh, no, well. Anyway, let's find out what. Let's find out what. Let's find out a motorcycle.
We found a motorcycle inside Humvee.
Shove the bike in the Humvee.
maybe the bike is attached on a motorcycle rack to the back of the Humvee,
Seems
because
reasonable.
there's a cycle shop here that sold motorbikes, and it was clearly that they were picking up the bike when when stuff happened. So there's a Humvee with a motorcycle on a rack on the back.
It would appear that although you find a Humvee and a motorbike, the two of you only get $5 worth of gear each.
I'm fine with that.
I can cope with that. I can sell the bike for more.
Hey, Sully, look, the keys are in it. Here, pop the hood. Let me take a look.
The keys are in it along with the dead driver.
Well, there's nothing we can do for him. Let's just take him out.
Drag him out. And then drag out the arm that got left behind.
Exactly.
Steve will try the radio. Tabitha. Tabby. Y'all hear us? Come back now. Yeah, there, rubber chicken.
Meant to say
Over.
Right, yeah.
Stevie, you don't got to do all that crap. What do you need?
Well, you keep having a go at me for not learning how to drive.
Have some notice checks.
And I'm betting you found something that you're regretting not having learned how to drive. Maybe you ought to go get this.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, your kind of armored truck that's kind of a bit. I got something that's even better than your armored truck. You want to come and see it? It's really cool.
That sounded rather creepy.
No. It's big, and it's got wheels, and it's got armor, and it's and it's got a motorbike on it. It's like a truck with a motorbike on it. It's really cool. Oh shit!
Yeah, you
now
say
that's
that,
why
and
I
she's
wanted
not
us to
gonna
be
want-
quiet.
There's a thing. It's like a lizard with a beard. I thought we just had a Humvee, but we got lizards with beards. They ain't got mustaches though.
Okay, so basically you do spot them, so as they crawl out from rubble and stuff, because they are quite often encountered apparently. Quite often encountered when scavenging, because they like. They are. Let me see. Let's have a look. They are 6 feet long, squat-bodied lizards. Yeah. So first things first, you all get to make fear checks. Apparently they're scary. 6 foot long.
What's the fear level?
It's automated.
Yeah, but
I know, but I need to know what it is, so I need to know
5.
what mod to modify.
Sorry,
Oh,
5.
that's a
fine,
minus
thank you.
3, which means you get a +2 to the rolls.
Sorry, I didn't realise. Why'd you do that, by the way? I'm
I
curious.
did that twice.
That's okay, you
Because
passed both times.
Sully's got the guts edge, which halves the.
Oh,
feeling.
Which I've had
sorry.
for ages and been forgetting to do. And all of those flipping phobias I've got.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. But I'll tell you what I shall do. I shall award you one of those for having the conviction to not use it.
Oh, great! I got a moron conviction.
Right, I don't know. That's interesting. Quite saying that. Right, new round. Here we go. Bearded horror number 2 goes first, it would appear.
I'm glad we got this Humvee to hide in.
Well, I'm going to say they're between. Well, that's a very good point. I forgot you have. Here's your Humvee. Cleared it by mistake. Vehicles. Vehicle. It is. The Humvee on hold. Over there. These things sort of come out between, you know what I mean? Because you had to go back to the, you had to go back to the we had to, you know what I mean? It's got to be, it's got to be one of those things. You're still searching around and looking for stuff. You don't necessarily find the Humvee. You carry on searching afterwards. Besides, it makes it more interesting that
it's not going anywhere.
Exactly. So I rolled a 4. Okay. 8. Oh. Try that again. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, now that's an interesting thing. Let's have a read of that. Maybe evaded. Okay, that's fine. As it says, it acts just like a flamethrower, therefore it means you can attempt to evade.
Try that again, shall we? Yeah, still fair. Oh dear. Ow!
Okay.
It's got a beard and bad breath.
Are we meant to roll off the combat tracker to defend, or automatic, or what?
No, don't forget this is a very, very old module, so it's a manual evasion roll.
Ah, so it's
agility at -2.
/ roll evasion, or just doing the agility check at -2.
That failed.
Everybody fails, it looks like. So if you want to try again,
I'm going to drop a Benny on that one. Helps if I could spell evasion. No, it didn't.
Okie dokie. I'll just roll with fire breath damage then. Not a lot, actually. I didn't realise it's really rather underwhelming.
Yeah, but it does ignore armor template.
Yes, it does. I don't think anyone's wearing armor, are they?
Steve's got tough Doomsayer robes on.
Well, in that case, I got the code wrong for ignore armor, didn't I?
Yeah, because it goes to the least armored location.
Is anyone other than Steve wearing armor?
Steve will be shaken by that.
Steve would be, Steve would be shaking. 6.
Yes,
you got.
I've got a thick leather jacket and thick leather leggings.
Yeah, Steve's got 1 point of armor, which is why he's so that 7 damage will shake.
No, Steve. Steve took 6 points of damage. Oh no, Scott.
Oh,
no, hang on. You're right. Right, I've got down. Normal Steve takes 5 points of damage. So
no, you're right. Steve's fine.
Dogmeat is shaken. Scott, is Scott wearing any armor? Because I can't remember how to do it.
Scott is not wearing armor.
Scott is shaken, and Sully is wearing 2 points of armor. I need to take Scott's down to 5. So basically, the net result of that is you're all shaken, which isn't too bad. I'll have to remember how to do it. I know how to remember how to do ignore armor. Go find a flail.
AP 99 or.
No, flails don't ignore armor; they ignore shield.
Yes, but they tell me the correct. They tell me
hashtag ignore. Isn't it?
Yeah. I always get it wrong. It is basically because it's an attack. It's actually the greater than symbol, and then ignore hash armor. That should do it. If I've got that right, This should now work. I'll use you as my guinea pig. It's not going to tell me on a 1, isn't it? Anyway, normal Steve is not shaken.
Okie doke. So, normal Steve is going to say, no 2 can play at that game.
If there are 2 of them, that's exactly what they're doing.
Okay, 3 can play at that game. No. I'm not. Steve is going to. Steve's going to go and get in the Humvee and stick himself out of the. It says it's got a weapon mount out of the swivel mount in the roof, and then start summoning his power. Moleculation. Little bolt, radioactive blast in general direction of the hazard.
Now I've got to find a bloody head.
I'm looking for one. Don't worry.
Actually, doesn't need to be overhead. It just needs to be a decent picture of a hump.
Yeah.
So it's not overhead. 3 wounds on a bearded horror.
Mm.
I've got so many. It's not a waste. It is, but after all of that, it still dies.
Probability be down.
Yeah. I said I'll spend half my bennies. And I still couldn't.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Dog meat remains shaken, but can move.
Yeah. Dogmeat will also bound over, making sure the Humvee is between her and the bearded horror, and pee on the wheel. Got a mark.
You're all buried. Very evil idea. Okie dokie. Scott, you're up, sir.
Scott will whip out his Warhawk, or Thunderhawk rather, and miss terribly. Really? Come on. Okay.
Your dice
That
and
is
my dice
6
suck
rolls
today.
in a row. That's 6 rolls in a row where I have not rolled better than a 3. And 2 of those rolls were with 8s.
There you go.
Let's move the random number generator on a bit. Oh, 300 d20s. Get 3,110. Hopefully that will make a difference.
Even
Min-max
that's
is
barely over average.
exactly. Sully remains doesn't remain shaken because of combat reflexes.
Let's see if I can rip the heart out.
I do miss not being. I know it's a silly thing, but I do miss not being able to spin a d20. I mean, you know what I mean? I do miss being able to spin a d20. It was a silly gimmick, but I loved it. Quite sad as it is, I might just install Fantasy Grounds Classic just to spin a d20. That's a wound. Oh, that's a wound. Okay.
What's the idea?
Oh well.
Dice really hate you.
On Sunday they were lethal though, weren't they? Flash Gordon.
Yes.
Oh, good grief.
it's weird. They really hate me today, but on Sunday they were just okay. Well, congratulations. They're hardly terrible. I think the worst thing about it is they're just I suppose, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's better than nothing. Righty ho. Okay. Well, everything seems nice and quiet again. As long as as long as normal Steve doesn't make more frantically urgent, exuberantly loud shouts, you might be okay.
Can I go and try and skin Vader's horrors for some meat?
Certainly, make a survival roll.
And Scott will work on the other one. And finally roll better than a 3.
I'm going to say for each success and raise, you get 1 day's worth of meat off one. You know what I mean? So Sully, you're able to get a day's worth. Scott gets 2 days worth of meat. So obviously Scott's was bigger.
I think if we just put that together, we can have a barbecue when we get back out, and that's enough to feed everyone for 1 meal.
Yeah, would be actually, yeah. Excellent.
Okay, so who's going to drive this out?
That'd be you.
Really?
I will. I'll
That's
drive
right.
it. I'll drive it.
Oh.
Well, okay, then who's going to get your bike out?
Well, then that'd be you.
Oh shit!
Well,
I thought the bike was on top of the.
We're gonna strap the bike.
I thought
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
bike.
strap
I
the
thought the
bike to the
bike was
Humvee. I
strapped.
mean,
I
come
thought the
on.
bike was strapped to the Humvee. You said.
We came in on 2 bikes. We're leaving with 3
Oh.
bikes and a Humvee.
Yes, I see what you mean.
I guess we can tow it.
Sure.
Strap it
reckon we
on
can do
top.
that.
Come on.
Okay, well, let's get it all. I'm sure.
Actually, if we're at a motorcycle shop, they might even have a bike trailer here.
That's what's already got the other bike on it.
No, the bike that's on it is on a bike rack. But there you go. There's a Benny to change the narrative. There is a bike trailer as well.
Okay, it does. It has flat tires. Not gonna
That's all right. You don't have to take it that far.
Exactly. It's the point I was
To
making.
get it out of the store.
So let's have some athletics checks to move it out of the store. It's harder work because that's why I'm making athletics checks, because without tires, it's going to obviously result in fatigue as you pull something getting it out.
There we go.
You need 2. There's 3 of you, so you need 2 successes.
You're gonna help Sully.
There you go. You get it out and hooked up, no problem at all.
Sorry, I was just drinking a bit of whiskey.
Okay, let's go show Tabitha our new sweet ride.
Hang on, I wonder if we've got one. Nope. Not going to be what I need. Try. I don't think I'm going to find what I'm looking for. Okay, who's driving? So Scott, so Sully's going out on their hover bike. Scott's driving the Humvee. Dog Meat and Normal Steve are riding in it, and you've got one bike strapped to it, and you've got the other bike on the trailer at the back.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Vehicle.
And normal Steve is obviously there's no actual gun attached to the swivel thing, but normal Steve has got his head out the swivel thing in the roof.
I mean, it probably, in all fairness, it probably does have a gun. It's just the gun is beyond. Actually, the gun's probably beyond repair or something. You know what I mean? It isn't working at the moment. That'll work. No, that's a new too.
Yeah.
No, that's the right noise. Don't think I'm going to find one. Oh well, I'm not. Okie dokie. Scott, can I have a notice check, please? You get into the driver's seat. Oh, boy. You notice something as you're getting ready to head out.
Are we going to push this out?
I thought you were going to drive it.
Well, except, and I crank the key and nothing happens.
Well, I was trying to find the sound.
So,
well, I know what I'll use. It's not good enough. It's not what I was trying to find, but it will get the idea across. So Scott turns the key and.
Oh, right. We need to fix the hyperdrive. Okay. Why don't we can just siphon some fuel out of your bike into it. That'll be enough to get us out to where all the rest. Here, let me give it a go.
I didn't realise she came in on bikes when I came up with that evil plan. So yeah, you're able to siphon it out and get outside. So everyone gets to make vigor checks at mine. The idea was, it's like, I'd be evil. I'm gonna let you have the Humvee, but I'm gonna be evil. It's out of gas, so you're gonna have to walk outside, bring some gas back in. I didn't realise you brought bikes in, so my whole evil cunning plan is spoiled. Scott takes fatigue on the way out, but other than that, suffers nothing more untoward. Not Scott, Steve.
And Dogmeat gets.
Scott's absolutely fine. Just leave Sully. You've got minus 8,854. My word,
I think there may be an error.
Steve, are you okay? Steve!
Steve has melted. Or Sully, rather, has melted.
Oh my god, Sully's been possessed.
I think I killed the GM.
I'm just trying to work out how you put a minus 8,880.
That's my keyboard. Because there's a tiny bit of grit somewhere underneath the numbers on my keyboard, and it occasionally randomly adds 8s and 7s to things.
No
minus
problem
4.
at all. No problem. Right, getting back to camp after obviously with everyone waiting for you for 9+ hours. You get back to camp with the Humvee, and
hey guys, look what we found! Ain't it cool?
Oh,
Well done.
So as you basically set up camp for the night and set up your barbecue, I think it's a good spot to leave everyone today. And we shall pick it up next time as you continue southwest. I mean, isn't it? Down the I-35 west towards the bunker on Tabitha's Map. I hope you enjoyed that. The interesting side part and distractions at the end was a bit on the surprise face.
Hey,
like, who's stupid?
At least it wasn't a hover tank.
Oh, don't. I know it's a GM, I can override it, but Humvee's fine. You did go into a ghost stock for it. Anyway, as I say, we shall leave it there with. It's a good place to leave it rather than pushing on to the next next scene, which I don't really want to leave midway through. So it's a good point to leave it. Hope you had some fun. See you all next time. Yes, and enjoy Chickens in the Mist when you find it to play it if you're running ETU. I won't say any more than that, but I think I'm fairly confident that Scott and Tabitha have played it when I've run it. So it's an interesting one. But yeah, it's the closest I've ever come to a TPK other than running Night Train.
Night Train.
Which I've got caught. That's the only time I've had TPKs, and that's been twice. The first one and both times was down to the players, heroically sacrificing themselves. But that's the only times I've ever had TPKs. Is Night Train. Chickens in the Mist got close, but they did survive. Anyway, have fun, one and all. See you next week.
While I was in there getting.
Yes.
While I was getting the bike thing, I picked up a sticker which I stuck on the back of his vehicle. It's in the streaming.
I just saw you put a link in, yeah, so I shall have a look at that.
Well, thank you very much. Excellent.
Yes, thanks a lot. It was fun.
My driving scares me too. Brilliant. Okay. Yes. Yes. So take care, one and all. See you next time. I had a lot of fun, and next time we'll take you further south. Well, as you say, I probably have I got enough of it to do as a teaser. I don't think I do. I think I've written it in the way that it's an encounter rather than actually.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, we'll leave it. We'll leave it for next time. As you're heading south of Fort Worth, we shall leave it there. Take care, one and all. See you then. Bye now.